Here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank Community Resource Center, they understand that food is just the beginning. The Greater Cleveland Food Bank provides millions of meals a year, but this is also where people come to nourish every part of their lives. Whether it's helping find a job, housing, or healthcare, you can start right here. Because it's when people are supported from head to toe that they can truly thrive. So welcome to Food for Thought, where we explore the power of food and everything that feeds a life. Welcome to Food for Thought. I'm your host, Dan Monroe. Joining me here, Chef Toni Cirino. Chef, what are we making today?
We are making an egg and bean Southwest bake.
All right, I love it. Before we cook that, let's go shopping at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank's Community Resource Center Healthy Choice Food Market. Okay, today we're talking eggs. I'm here with Collete Ulivarri. Collete, tell me about the incredible edible egg. What do we need to know?
Yes, eggs are a great source of protein and calories. Each egg has about 75 calories and about 6 grams of protein, so it makes for a good high protein breakfast.
We'll talk about the different ways we can make an egg. I'm sure there's a million of them.
Yeah, so one of the easiest ways is to hard boil them. You can hard boil a big batch, keep them in the fridge for an easy high protein snack on the go. You can also crack them and cook them into any type of egg that you want. So we have omelets, scrambled eggs, or over easy.
Give me some examples of why eggs are really so good for you.
Yes, eggs, like I meant, they are a good high protein snack that you can take on the go. They're very kid friendly, and you can make them in such a diverse way compared to other foods. You can make deviled eggs, hard boiled, scrambled, put them on top of a burger or on top of enchiladas, and just really have them any way you want.
And not just for breakfast either. You know, anytime snack.
Yes, anytime snack.
Collete, thank you very much. Appreciate that, and we'll start cooking right after this.
Hi, my name is Kim, and I'm the Managing Attorney for Community Engagement at the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland. We are a proud partner here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank's Community Resource Center. Here at the Community Resource Center, we provide a number of different opportunities of legal information and advice for our neighbors and friends. Here at the Food Bank, we provide grab-and-go brochures and flyers that let people know what their legal information and legal rights are. We also provide Know Your Rights presentations for a more in-depth look at what your rights and responsibilities are in various legal situations. And finally, we host brief advice clinics, which are an opportunity for folks to sit down with a lawyer and talk through their current legal challenges. If you'd like to learn more about the Legal Aid Society of Cleveland, please reach out at 1-888-817-3777 or on our website, www.lasclev.org.
Greetings, my name is Nikisha Wells from the Diaper Bank of Greater Cleveland, and we provide access to free diapers and personal essential care products to families in need at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank Community Resource Center. To learn more about our services, visit diaperbankgc.org. At the Diaper Bank of Greater Cleveland, our goal is simple. That is to ensure that no child goes without clean, dry diapers. We work closely with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank and local partner organizations to distribute these supplies directly to families. In addition to diapers, we offer resources to connect families with parenting support and other critical services. We believe every child deserves a healthy, happy start in life, and clean diapers are a huge part of that. If you or someone you know needs help, or if you'd like to donate and support our mission, visit diaperbankgc.org. Together, we can make a difference for children and families in our community. Thank you.
back to Food for Thought. I'm Dan Monroe. Yes, today we are making egg bean Southwest bake with our chef, Toni Cirino. Chef, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Well, what do we got? What are some of the ingredients? How does this whole process start?
Yeah, so we prepared earlier today our spices. This recipe actually calls for some spinach, but we didn't have any. We pulled some kale from the market instead, green peppers, egg whites. So I saved you the process of having to, crack out all those yolks.
That's a process. I've done that before. That is a process.
And then some black beans, which are hiding behind our spinach or kale. So first things first is we're going to get a pan on this oven.
Okay.
And then we're going to start whipping it together.
There you go.
Thank you so much. We're just going to start it off on medium heat.
Okay.
And then we are going to combine in our pan. We're going to put in the oil. So we have some olive oil, which is right over there. If you could grab it for me. Thank you so much. So we're going to put it about half and leave some to grease the baking sheet that this is eventually going to go into. And then we are going to combine our kale. We're going to combine our pepper, our garlic, and our onion. Normally you put fresh onions in, but we have some onion seasoning and our bell peppers.
So what are some of these aromatics here? What do we got here?
So we have basil, black pepper, garlic, chili seasoning, which you can also substitute smoked paprika, and then this is our minced dried onion, which again you could substitute with a fresh onion.
Okay. Over here we got.
We have some skim milk, mozzarella cheese, green peppers, and then in this bowl over here we have the kale, and then of course the beans and the eggs.
So as you're getting this together, you can go ahead and start. I'm going to ask you, how are you connected here now with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank?
Yeah, of course. So I am a dietetic intern at Kent State University. Go Golden Flashes. And part of our process and to get our RD license is to do a special population or a renal rotation. I chose special population and they sent me here to the Greater Cleveland Food Bank because I was particularly interested in food insecurity.
Okay. So what happens now after your rotation's over, after your internship? What goes on from there? Where do you go from there?
From there, I go to sit for the national board and I get to become an RD.
Congratulations and good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
So
I appreciate
exciting.
it. So we are just going to combine in our vegetables. So
the greens in there, yeah.
Yeah, so we got some bell peppers, and then we also are going to combine in some of this kale.
What do you like best about kale?
Kale, honestly, there's a lot of amazing things when it comes to kale. Kale is great, it's heart healthy, it has a lot of fiber. It can be kind of hidden in some things if you don't really like the taste of it, but still getting that veggie serving. So you could put in some smoothies or something along those lines, maybe a salad, hide it with the dressing. But it's great, it has some vitamin K in it, obviously some fiber, helps keep the tummy regular, some amazing, it's jam-packed with all those amazing things.
And it's also a good substitute for spinach. We don't have spinach, right?
Great substitute for spinach if you don't have spinach. And it's also, just fun to include in some things, maybe if you're looking for some greens.
Sure.
So we're also gonna include in this time our onion.
Okay.
And then our garlic.
All right. The garlic in there.
Yep. And then we'll save the basil, the pepper, chili powder.
Love the smell of chili powder, I really do.
In for when we start mixing the eggs, which if you wanted to do, you could go ahead and get started on that. I have a bowl and a whisk set over here.
Okay.
So
just dump the eggs in here and start whisking, huh?
Dump the eggs in, put in the cheese and the milk, and then mix it all up.
And this milk.
Look at you. And don't be afraid to get in there.
Oh yeah. Whisking's the one thing I can do well in the kitchen. That's about the only thing I can do well in the kitchen, to be honest.
Oh, I've watched your segment. That isn't true. And then once everything's combined, you can stop mixing if you'd like. I'm just gonna get a lid to help wilt down this kale a little bit. A lot of times, especially when it comes to baking with things like kale, you want to make sure that it's properly wilted before you put it into the oven, because otherwise it's going to taste kind of raw.
You want me to put in the rest of the seasoning?
Yeah, you can put in the rest
Okay.
of the seasonings. Whisk away.
Toni, you put some of the spices in here, but why were you whisking some of the other spices in with the eggs?
Yeah, so some of them are a more fine powder. So when it comes, like the pepper specifically, that's a great example. When it comes to mixing it into the oil, they are going to clump up more. Whereas if we whisk them into the eggs, it'll be fully included, and
I
that
see.
reduces the chance of you having a very peppery bite when you go to serve this
Makes
later.
sense. What do you like best about preparing foods and things like that?
Yeah, so one of the things that I love most about cooking, especially cooking for people, is that when it comes down to it, food is a great way to express and share culture, and also to share the emotion that you feel to someone without using so many words. Food is kind of my love language. Also, food is fuel.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that keeps us going and keeps us running.
So with a name like Cirino, I take it maybe a bit of Italian?
Yes.
So did you come up with like any kind of did you cook with like your mom, your grandmother? Did you learn anything special? Because I know my friends are Italian, they would take me out to meals and they would feed me constantly.
Yeah.
So talk about, is there anything that you grew up learning how to make, a special dish, maybe from grandmother or
Yeah.
mother?
So my grandma and my dad are the two big cooks in the family. They taught me how to make spaghetti and meatballs, obviously, chicken pancit, and then some other amazing dishes that we like to cook pretty regularly were chicken piccata with like a lemon sauce, or obviously the piccata sauce, and then white wine demi-glazed noodles.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Remind me to call home so we're gonna go out and have some pasta tonight, because I feel like having some pasta now.
Hey, pasta's great.
Pasta is great.
All right, so this looks like it should be okay to bake.
Okay.
So we're gonna take it off of the heat, and then we are going to transfer, I'm gonna take it off the heat so it doesn't burn, and we're going to transfer everything into a baking dish.
Okay.
So we are going to start with just a little bit of oil
Okay.
to the bottom of our baking dish,
All right.
so that it doesn't stick and doesn't become a hassle to clean later, because you get to go home, but I
Oh,
have
yeah.
to clean this up. And then I'm just gonna rub around the oil to make sure it's covering all of the surfaces. And then I'm gonna lay down the bed of veggies,
Okay.
just scraping it off the pan, and then making sure that it is spread evenly across the bottom. And then you are just going to pour in your egg mixture.
Okay. There we go. That all covered in there. Okay.
Alrighty, shifting it around just a little bit to make sure it hits all those corners.
Okay.
And then we're going
Last
to
thing are
take
the
our
beans.
beans and we're just going to sprinkle them in.
Okay. There we go.
And maybe mix it a little bit.
Sure.
Just to make sure that no bean is too, like no section is too chunky with the
Yeah.
beans. Alrighty, making sure it looks all nice and combined. Alrighty, and then we are going to pop it into the oven for roughly 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Before we try this delicious dish, let's go meet one of the partners that works with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. Today we're highlighting Greater Cleveland Community Food Bank resource partner Shoes and Clothes for Kids. Joining me, Carolyn Sakaric. You're the Grants and Content Manager here. Carolyn, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You know, so this is the place. This is the area where we're standing inside, Shoes and Clothes for Kids. What is the goal of this space? How does that help?
So our goal as an organization is to help get kids ready for school and ready to learn. So our direct service program operates out of this portion of our space. It's called our SE4K Free Store. And this program is all about helping families that are referred by the Greater Cleveland Food Bank and its community partners receive those new items for their children to help them get ready for school. So whether it's new shoes, clothes, school supplies, that's what we do through a unique shopping experience.
Now, what do people need to know ahead of time before coming to Shoes and Clothes for Kids to get items for their children? How does that whole process work?
So right now, the families that we serve here through this direct service program are those who are already working with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. and the partner organizations. So they get referred to us. We meet with the family to make sure that they're eligible and have all the paperwork necessary. We serve primary caregivers and legal guardians. So if a grandparent has custody, if a foster parent has custody and needs help, that's who we're able to serve right now through this program. They come here and they have a retail-like shopping experience, which is so amazing for the families and the kids if they come shop, because they get to pick items right off the rack that are brand new, never been worn by anyone else, and they're seasonally appropriate, they're school appropriate, and like I said, it's all about helping get kids to school.
Now, a new dress, new shoes, that's really great for the kids, but shoes and clothes for kids is much more than that. Why is this program so impactful?
Yes, the items that we give out are important, but the heart of our mission is really the new outlooks behind those new items. So whether it's the family that's shopping here much like a store experience, and they might not have experienced that before, imagine how that parent can feel being able to come home and say, I got these items for you today, and it's not even the holidays, it's not their birthday, and they get to go through the bag or try on shoes that they're, that either they picked out or that their parent picked out. And then when the kid sees the item has the tags on, you just feel a whole different way when you put on a new outfit. Like, think about when you go to a wedding or a job interview or first day of work. You want to feel first day ready. And that's what we say. It's about back to school, but it's really about every day those kids being excited, confident, having pride, affirming their dignity. Because clothes are the first thing people see when they look at you. What are you wearing? Especially kids. There's bullying. There's all kinds of things that go on related to how a kid dresses and what items they have.
What does it mean to be here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank and to be among all these other partners that are here?
Well, it means everything. There are so many amazing nonprofit partners here, starting with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. This space is fresh and new and amazing. It gives our volunteers, our staff, truly a home. For many years we operated out of multiple buildings, so being able to move into this free store, have 5,000 square feet to serve teachers, partners, and families has been amazing. And then working with all the like-minded organizations. Our ultimate goal as organizations here is to put ourselves out of business. It would be great if there were no need, if everyone out there could afford back-to-school shopping and afford a new backpack and everything they need for their kids. But we know that it's going to be a long time before we live in a world like that. So in the meantime, we have to work together. None of us can do this alone or individually. So partnering with those like-minded organizations who are truly ready and willing to collaborate is everything.
Now, where can people go to learn more about shoes and clothes for kids?
Yeah, well, the easiest place is our website. So that's www.sc4k.org. If you're a parent or family, there's a button for you to click up there that says for parents and families. There's a button there for teachers who work in eligible schools to get connected with our teacher resource program. And then there's information for those who want to donate, volunteer.
Carolyn, thank you so much for joining me. Great organization here, great mission you guys are doing.
Thank you so much, Dan, for helping us spread the word.
All right, and stay with us. We're going to be back in the kitchen when Food for Thought returns.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Sakarik from Shoes and Clothes for Kids. Our mission is to break barriers to school attendance by providing new shoes, clothes, and school supplies to students in need. Here at the Community Resource Center, we operate a direct service program which helps eligible primary caregivers of school-age children receive new items for their children several times a year. If you're interested in receiving items, you can check with the Community Resource Center front desk for a calendar, or you could go online to the food bank's website and find the Community Resource Center calendar, which will list our days of operation. We operate 2 days a week, and it'll tell you everything you need to bring with you when you come shop at the SC4K Free Store.
Hello, my name is Yvette Nossel, Director of Community Initiatives at the Cleveland Animal Protective League. We provide services here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank Community Resource Center. I am part of a team called Project CARE. The letters of CARE stand for Community Animal Retention Effort. The mission of Project CARE is to help provide services to pet owners in times of hardship so they can retain their pets in their home. We distribute food here at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank Community Resource Center every Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. In addition to our pet food distribution, we can also assist pet owners in getting the necessary medical care for their pets at our low-cost community pet clinic located at our pet shelter in Tremont. Stop by and talk to one of our Project Care associates for more details.
I'm Dan Monroe, and I've been telling your stories here at TV20 Cleveland for over 10 years. I grew up in Cleveland's West Park neighborhood, a proud St. Mark's Lion. And every day you can find me and my friends playing hide and seek right here in Eppet Park, or maybe cooling off in the pool in those hot summer days. Living on the west side, I learned the importance of giving back to my community. You see, as a family, we would volunteer at the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. I think that's why I love hosting Food for Thought so much. Cleveland is a town full of hard-working people, each with their own story to tell. It's my passion to tell those stories. I'm Dan Monroe. I report for TV20 Cleveland, and I report for you. And welcome back to Food for Thought. Now it's time to try the Egg Bean Southwest Bake. Cheers to you. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh, that is good. And I can taste all the different spices at different times that kind of come in. That's really good. Well done.
Hey,
Well
you
done.
made half of it.
Well, thank you. Yeah, well, you know, I'm good at whisking. All right, well, thanks for watching Food for Thought. I'm your host, Dan Monroe. Cook often, cook healthy. We'll see you next time. I can't get enough of this whisking. Okay.
You're a whisking fiend.
I am. What's next?
Well, you have to.
Okay.